Our keynote speaker today is Major General James T. Jackson, United States Army. Major General Jackson serves as the director of the United States of America Vietnam War Commemoration, the congressionally authorized program to thank and to honor Vietnam veterans and their families. General Jackson initially joined the United States of America Vietnam War Commemoration in 2012 as a senior advisor. In this capacity, he worked with federal, state, and local communities, veterans groups, and other non-governmental organizations to develop commemorative partnerships. As a result of his work, organizations across the country are committed to assisting the nation in recognizing Vietnam veterans and their families for their service and their sacrifice. General Jackson's military career began in 1971 as an Army Reserve Officer Training Corps graduate for Kent State University. Serving in the Army for 32 years, General Jackson's career took him around the world, including assignments with the 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, the 2nd Ranger Battalion at Fort Lewis, Washington, the Republic of Korea as an Army ROTC instructor at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, and as a commander of the 1st Battalion, 505th Parachute Infantry at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and the 3rd Ranger Battalion and 75th Ranger Regiment at Fort Benning, Georgia. General Jackson's leadership positions range from leading a 30-man platoon to serving as the commanding general of the United States Army Military District of Washington. Upon retirement from the U.S. Army, General Jackson worked as a senior executive in the public sector for 2 different companies and participated in a 3-month deployment in Iraq to support the Coalition Provisional Authority. After serving for 8 years, he retired from the public sector. It is, ladies and gentlemen, my great honor to introduce to you Major General James T. Jackson.
Thank you for being here to help us honor our veterans, and thank you for helping to recognize their families, and I certainly appreciate that. Our country in the past has made a special effort to recognize the service and sacrifices associated with conflicts at their 50th anniversary. We've done that with World War II in Korea, excuse me, and Vietnam has now come of age, and it's time for us as a nation to step up and accomplish something that should have been done many years ago. This is a national program with the stated purpose of assisting the nation in recognizing our veterans and families across the United States in hometowns where they live and work. Somewhere between 2 and 3 million people served actually on the ground in Southeast Asia. Many others served elsewhere around the country or around the world, supporting that effort. Many volunteered and were not taken. At our opening event on Memorial Day 2012, we were reminded that soldiers don't start wars, but they're necessary to fight them. We were also told that most of those who served in Vietnam did so with great valor and honor. Our senior leaders reminded us that our Vietnam veterans were not treated well, both during their service and upon their return home. In both cases, the reason for this poor treatment were inappropriate and certainly unfortunate. That what was done to our Vietnam veterans 50 years ago was wrong and must be corrected. For each of our Vietnam veterans here today, your service during your time in uniform was certainly worth recognition and is worth recognition. You need to know that your service years ago was both important to the nation and meaningful to all of us. You made a difference in our lives, and again, the lives of our children. We're losing nearly 380 Vietnam-era veterans every day. And the shame of it will be if one of them passes away before someone representing their country reaches out and thanks them for their service. So thank you again for your service, both in theater and at home. Thank you for what you've done since you've come back. Thank you for what you'll do tomorrow. We asked you to serve, you did your part, and each of you deserves the gratitude of a very grateful nation. God bless all of you for what you're doing, what you have done, and I thank you again for the opportunity to spend a short period of time with all of you. You just can't imagine how great it is to be able to see people like this all across the country. At this time, I'd like to ask the mayor to come forward. We've got a special presentation. As a commemorative partner, we provide a flag and a certificate signed by the Secretary of Defense and the Chairman of Joint Chiefs. The critical thing here is it's just a symbol to show that the city has stepped up to an obligation to help the country reach out to their veterans. Got your flag. Goes this way. The key thing are the words at the bottom. A grateful nation thanks and honors you. Same words on the back of our lapel pin. And from my team and from the country, we thank you for what you did years ago. Glad to have you. Welcome to the team. We'd love to have you on board. Good luck to all of you. God bless all the vets. Great to see you. Thank you.
General, you're not quite done. At this time, I'd like to invite Eric Holm, step forward, to receive the 50th anniversary Vietnam War commemoration pin to be presented by General Jackson. All Vietnam veterans here today will have the opportunity to receive the pin immediately following the program. They're going to be presented by the mayor and by a number of the aldermen who are present today. The purpose here is to reiterate a grateful nation thanks and honors you. Eric served in the United States Army from 1967 to 1969 and served in Vietnam in 1968 and 1969. He is also a member of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Nice to have you. 11th Cav, George Patton. Sir, thanks for your service.
This has been an honor. When did we get old? I see high school friends of mine, Mike Martinez, John Thomas. I see, as the General mentioned, members of the various assorted military service who were in Vietnam, 1st Air Cav, AmeriCal, 101st, 82nd, 5th Marines, 2nd Marines. We were there. We were kids. We came home. And as I look over here now, I don't see 68, 69, 70-year-old men and women. I see us as 19, 20-year-old boys who went to war, who came home, and moved on. And with the words that the General spoke, it is my honor to receive this pin on behalf of all the Vietnam vets. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. We hope you have enjoyed this portion of Operation Honor. Please stand as the colors are retired.